My name is Catalin Croitor, and I am from Europe, from Eastern Europe, from a country called Romania. So last year, when the war broke out in Ukraine, thousands, tens of thousands of Ukrainians crossed the border into our county, into our town. So we went to the border, we welcomed the refugees, we gave them food, clothes. It was still winter, it was cold, snowing, people were crying, mothers, pregnant mothers with many children around them were crossing the border. So we tried to minister to them as much as we could and as well as we could. We brought them in our homes, in our churches. We try to take good care of them, feeding them, clothing them, providing medical assistance, financial support, and then for most of them we were able to help reach their final destination, which was somewhere further in Europe, Western Europe, or even further than that. So that was the initial stage of our operation, as it were, and then we soon discovered that the most needy Ukrainians were still in Ukraine. In order to leave the country, you had to be fit, you had to be healthy. So those who left were the blessed ones, but we figured out that the most needy ones were still in Ukraine. So very quickly we organized humanitarian aid trips into Ukraine. We crossed the border numerous times and brought humanitarian aid for the refugees, the victims of the war, and so on. And later we decided to bring the Ukrainians not only humanitarian aid, but also spiritual aid. We were reminded of what the Lord Jesus said, that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes out of the mouth of the Lord, out of God's mouth. So while they were very appreciative and thankful for the food, we knew that they needed more than that. So we started to organize preaching trips in the country, in Ukraine, going around churches, encouraging the believers, helping them to look to Christ, to keep hoping and keep believing that the Lord is in control, and somehow, sometime He will bring that to an end. Last year in the fall, Dr. Mike Stewart and another 3 pastors from GCA visited us, and they spent around 10 days with us. We ministered together in our churches in Romania. We crossed the border into Ukraine. And another way that GCA has been helpful to us is the fact that they have invited us over here in order to meet the churches, meet the pastors, share our vision, our ministry, our prayer requests, in the hope that we will be able to continue and even improve and enhance our partnership.